Hello there, I'm Bonabert, and today I'm going to be showing you the tier list I made for every Generation 9 Pokemon. Now remember that these are my opinions at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. This is just what I think. And yes, I do have some unpopular opinions. You know what, let's start off with the best of the best, or my personal favorites from this generation. My favorite starter is Fuecoco. It's obviously the one I chose. Skeledirge is really cool, and also pretty good in battling. Iron Valiant's a cool mix between Gallade and Gardevoir. I really like it. Lechonk is Lechonk, who doesn't like it? Lokix is this cool bug, robot, chainsaw thing, and I love it. Arctibax is a really good mid-evolution for Pseudo Legendary. Paldean Wooper's adorable. Palafin Hero Form is really good. I used it on my playthrough team. When I first saw Citadel, I thought it was adorable, and I still think that. Great Tusk is one of my favorite past forms. Koraidon is one of my new favorite legendaries. Chi-Yu is a very unique take on a legendary Pokemon, and I think that's really cool. I think Armarouge is cooler than Ceruledge. I think they're both cool, but I just like the design on Armarouge just a bit more. Annihilape is a much-deserved evolution for Primeape. I used one on my playthrough team and it kicks some booty. Clodsire is just adorable. It's awesome. So that was the S tier. Now let's get into the A tier. Now, at the start of the A tier, we got Iron Thorns. This thing has grown on me a lot. I'm a really big Tyranitar fan, so I'm happy that I got a new form. Next up is Ceruledge. I think it's just a bit over-designed, but that's just me. King Gambit's a pretty cool evolution for Bisharp. Finizen is a cute dolphin we deserved. And Slitherwing is a cool Volcarona form. Baxcalibur's a pretty decent pseudo-legendary. It has a cool design to it, and I really enjoy it. Roaring Moon is really cool. It has an awesome shiny, too. Goldengo is odd, but I like the fact that it's really strong, and I actually kind of like the design. It's pretty goofy. Next up, we got Palafin. I'm not the biggest fan on how it's just the same thing as Finizen, but then again, it's still really cute, so I gotta give it points for that. Next up, we got Crocalor. This guy's just derpy. I love him. I love the sombrero, even though it's not a sombrero. It's just amazing. Miraidon's a pretty cool legendary, but I definitely like Koraidon more. I used Bellibolt on my playthrough team, and it was really fun. I also kind of like the design. Rabsca is a cool dung beetle Pokemon, which is very interesting. Wuchien is a cool legendary snail. I think it's pretty decent. It deserves some love. Farigiraf is a cool evolution for Girafarig. Tarantula is a cute round boy. Nibble's a pretty cute grasshopper. I enjoy it. Smolivet's adorable. Chain Pow's pretty cool. Clove has an excellent design. Veluza is pretty interesting. I like it. It's pretty cool. Palmy is adorable. And has one of my favorite shinies in Generation 9. I like Tadbulb for the same reasons that I like Bellibolt. Palmont also has an excellent shiny. And I'm one of the few that like its design. I think Wattrel's a cute bird. So is Kilowattrel, but it's more cool than cute. Tinglu's an interesting moose thing. Fido's a cute dog with a funny name, and so is Doxbum. And I actually like Tinkaton. So that was the very long A tier. Let's move on to the B tier. I'll try to move a little faster with this one. Iron Jugulis doesn't change that much from normal Hydreigon, and I'm not a big fan of normal Hydreigon. Charcadet's pretty cute, it's alright. Sprigatito's a cute cat Pokemon, I don't hate it. Again, Iron Bundle doesn't change that much from normal Delibird. Brute Bonnet's alright, it's a good shiny though. Sandy Shocks is weird looking. I don't like how it walks. Cetitan's an alright design. Big Whale, it's alright, I guess. Fluttermane's pretty cute, but I don't love it. Screamtail's just Jigglypuff with hair. Quaxly's a cute duck, but I don't love it. Bombardier is okay. I don't have any strong opinions on it. Garganicle's grown on me, but I still think it's a little weird. So has Florigato. It's grown on me as well, but I still don't love it. Spidops is kind of weird looking, and it's a step down from Tarantula. Knucklestack is some pig-looking thing from Minecraft. Rowler's just a dung beetle. I don't have any strong opinions on it. I'm not a big fan of Iron Hands. It's just a robot Hariyama, and that's most of the future forms. Dondozo is alright. I think it has an interesting concept, but I don't have any strong opinions on it, like most of the Pokemon in this tier. Dolliv is not what I was expecting for a Smoliv evolution, but I still like it. Maschiff is kind of derpy, but it's kind of cute too. I'm kind of in the middle with it. I like Toadscool and Toadscruel, but they're just not really for me. Iron Treads is it's mid. Arven's Mobastiff made me like it a little bit more, but I still don't love it. Frigibax is kind of derpy. It's kind of mid for a base stage pseudo. Iron Moth is just a robot Volcarona. Gimmighoul, it took me a little bit to get used to, but I'm fine with it. Varoom, it's alright. Knackley is a Mario Minecraft mushroom thing. It's interesting, but I don't love it. I like Cyclizar's connection to the legendaries, but I don't know, it's just kind of bland. Revaroom is actually kind of cool. I don't know why I put it in B tier. Tandemouse is boring, and so is Mousehold, but I do like Mousehold's name. Quaxwell is the definition of a awkward teenage stage. Don't love it. Skullvillain is ugly, but it's okay for a fire grass type. Flamigo is literally just a Flamigo. I don't love it, I don't hate it. I like that we got a Flamingo. Glimora is interesting, but I don't love it. And Grafaiai is honestly a little ugly, but I still like it. Now we're getting to the Pokemon that I dislike. Starting with Palmo, it's literally just Palmy, but standing up. Gimmighoul chest form isn't that interesting, it's just roaming Gimmighoul in a chest. Espathra is kind of weird. I don't really like it that much. Arblivia is an interesting Smoliv evolution that isn't my cup of tea. Capsakid's kind of ugly. I don't really hate Wiglet, it's just kind of boring. Tinkatink is cute, but it's kind of ugly at the same time. I don't really know how to feel about it. Tinkatuff, on the other hand, is just a bigger version of Tinkatink with a bigger hammer. I'm just not a big fan of these two, which is weird because I'm actually a fan of Tinkaton. Now, all of Squawkabilly's forms are down here because, they're just one stage bird. I'm not a big fan of that. Meowscarada is not my least favorite starter, but it's not my favorite. I don't love the fact that it's on 2 legs. I was expecting it, but it's still disappointing. Incineroar is my favorite Pokemon, but it has stuff that I like about it. Meowscarada is just kind of bland. I don't like it that much. And I don't love the concept. Next up is the Dunsparce. It's a letdown. I thought Dunsparce's evolution would be pretty cool, but this is just a longer Dunsparce. It's not that great. And probably one of the most unpopular opinions of this video, I don't really like Greavard that much. Is it cute? Sure. It's just the candle coming out of its head that makes me a little bit uncomfortable. And I don't really like the big chin. It's kind of weird. I used to like it, but after seeing it in-game, I don't love it that much. Orthworm's just kind of bland. It's grown on me a little bit, but it's still not my favorite. The thing I like about it is that it's kind of derpy, but I still don't love it. Wugtrio's in this tier for the same reasons that Wiglet is. I don't love it that much. It's kind of bland and boring. Shriddle is cute, but I don't really like its long mouth nose thing. And that's all the Pokemon in the C tier. Now, let's move on to the last, final tier. And man, I'm sure you guys already see some unpopular opinions. Let's start this off with Quaquaval. I hate it. I thought it was going to turn into some cool pirate thing, and I might have chosen it if Fuecoco had a bad evolution. But no, Quaxley was the one with the mid-bad evolution. When I first saw it in the leaks, I actually kind of liked it. But now that I've seen it battle, I hate it. It's disappointing, and it's weird. I really don't like it. Next up is Oinkologne male form. I definitely like it more than Oinkologne female form, but not by a whole lot. How do you go from beautiful, adorable, hilarious Lechonk to ugly, disgusting Oinkologne? It's just horrible. It's probably my new least favorite Pokemon. I hate it. Next up is Houndstone. Same reasons as Greavard. I don't really like the tombstone coming out of its head. The chin makes me really uncomfortable, and I don't really like how it's a skeleton. And I don't really like the long hair at all. Next up is Flittle. And I don't think anyone's looked at that and said, oh yeah, that thing makes a lot of sense turning into an ostrich. Because it doesn't. It's kind of ugly, and I don't really like it that much. Oinkologne female, it's the same reasons as Oinkologne male, I just don't like it as much. Again, how do you go from beautiful Lechonk to this? It's a disgrace to all Pokemon, and I just don't want to talk about it anymore. Let's move on to the next one. Next up, Bramblin. It's just a tumbleweed with seeds. It's nothing. It's weird. It's not that great. I remember seeing it in the Asado Desert, and I was like, is that even a Pokemon? And I was surprised and disappointed to see that it was. Next up is Bramblegast. The exact same reasons as Bramblin. It's kind of forgettable, and it doesn't change that much from Bramblin, actually. Now, it's probably time for the most unpopular opinion of this video. I hate Tatsugiri. It surprisingly gave me a lot of trouble in the Titan fight. The design isn't that popping. When I heard there was a sushi dragon, I thought, oh wow, that's gonna be such a cool dragon water type, right? And then Game Freak said, nah, let's make it some tiny, weird sushi dragon that's very forgettable. I mean, it's definitely not my least favorite in D tier, but it's definitely nowhere close to my favorite in this generation. So, there you have it. That's my opinions on every Generation 9 Pokemon. If you want more content like this, then hit that like button, or subscribe if you're feeling nice. I will see you all in the next one.